Hi, this is Dr. C on ChiTV, and I'm here at the CHFA Expo West 2010 in Vancouver, speaking with my special guest, Brendan Brazier. How's it going, Brendan?
Good. How are you, Corey?
Wonderful, wonderful. It's good to see you run into you. Now tell us, what's going on with VEGA and Sequel Naturals?
Well, more of the same. I just keep on bringing out new products that fill a void, really. This show, we came out with something called Shake and Go, which is basically more of a mass market type product. It's one to bridge into healthier eating. So for a lot of people who aren't really that knowledgeable or that into healthy, good food, it comes to them and it just gives them something that's convenient and tastes good and gets them into eating healthier. And then we'll hopefully have them step up to VEGA Health Optimizer after.
Right on. Now, I read something about you going down to the U.S. and actually getting in front of Congress.
Yeah, that was a few years back. I was invited to speak in front of Congress with a few others, and really we just talked about making healthy food more readily available in public places. So we weren't saying get rid of the bad food. We're just saying, why don't we make it less inconvenient to eat healthy? Because that's, of course, one of the big complaints with people, and the reasons why people don't eat healthy is because there aren't healthy options readily available. So we're saying, let's just, especially in schools, kids are going to take the path of least resistance quite often. If we have junk there, they're going to take that path. But if we have good stuff and they're educated, they know what the good food can do for them, the chances of them eating the good food, of course, goes up considerably. And of course, the kids are healthier. They don't have the sugar spike and then the crash, so they don't get really hyper and then fall asleep in class. And also, too, it's just going to greatly reduce the risk of them getting sick later in life, which, of course, reduces healthcare costs. So we put it into economic terms, which you have to do when you're speaking to Congress. They want to know dollars and cents. So that's the sort of language we spoke. And it was effective. People were interested. They were nodding their heads. And more of that is going to be seen now, because, of course, healthcare is a big issue in the U.S. And it's not all about health insurance. I mean, health insurance is great, but it only matters if you get sick. Why don't you just not get sick, and then you don't need insurance? So it's taking a preemptive strike towards sickness, eating well, so that health insurance premiums aren't even an issue because you're not sick. So it's really going back to the root cause and preventing illness from happening.
Tell us about your latest book.
My latest book is called Thrive Fitness, and it's a follow-up to the Thrive Diet. So obviously it's more of a fitness book, more of a training book. I focus on not just physical benefits of exercise, but also non-physical. So creativity, for example. When you exercise, you stimulate the right side of your brain, which is a creative side. So I'm sure people who exercise a lot realize they get more creative. They have these thoughts when they're exercising. There's a reason for that. It's also not a program with a start and a finish. It's just ongoing. A lot of the benefits from the program are actually in the doing of the exercise, not just the end result. So it's not something that you do for 6 weeks, take a picture of yourself, and then that's it. Like it's ongoing. It's a lifestyle. And it's also about creating efficiency within your body. So trying to get strong and efficient while putting out as little energy and time as possible. So I call it a high return program. So very little expenditure, time, effort, but a lot of gain in terms of strength and therefore efficiency. And even if you're not an athlete, just walk across the room. If your muscles are more efficient, you don't have to work as hard. And if you're not working as hard, of course you're conserving energy. If you conserve it, you have more of it. So it's, I guess in a word, to do with efficiency and creating an efficient body.
What's your website, Brendan?
My personal website is brendanbrazier.com, so BrendanBrazier.com, and then of course the VEGA website, myvega.com. And yeah, those are the two best ones. They're linked up too, so if you just go to one of them, you'll find the other.
Wonderful. Brendan, thanks very much for your commitment and what you're doing up there to make the world a better place.
On you too, Corey. Thank you. You're a pioneer.
Right on, man. Excellent. This is Dr. C on ChiTV. Remember, there is no life without Chi.